Hello students. So the other day I was talking to some children and they told me that your summer vacations are over and regular school has started. So you all have to go to school for 7 to 8 hours, then you have to go to coaching for 4 to 5 hours. Sleep is also important. That takes 7 to 8 hours. After all this, nothing is left. After coming back, all the work that you have to do, you have to get it done in 2 to 3 hours, which go just like that. So if I look at it honestly, you only have 2 to 3 hours left out of the whole day to finish everything. In those 3 hours, you have to revise schoolwork, do project work, records, and all of this can't be done in 2-3 hours. So what happens? So watch this whole video. I'm going to tell you tips and tricks that you can follow to have a schedule and to do things organized. So when you can't do things in time, there comes a lot of stress. You can't finish any of your work, you can't finish your projects, you can't finish your assignments, your reports, and these are all real problems. We hear those problems very often, and I've had deep discussions with several people about it. Students, everyone has dreams, okay? So I'm going to share 5 powerful strategies that you can manage, that you can use to manage your time well and do best in your exams and clear all your backlogs. Most importantly, you'll prepare yourself to overcome anything. Students, you should know that you're preparing for something big, okay? So you have to ask yourself, am I serious enough about my goals? Am I wasting time on games or anything else that's not worth it? So if you want something you've never had, you must be willing to do something you've never done before. So this is a quote by a famous person. So your hunger and your goals must outweigh distractions. Time mismanagement leads to depression and lack of motivation. It becomes a habit. So you stop feeling like studying. All these problems can be solved, but only if you truly want it. So ask yourself, how do I manage everything? School, coaching, self-study, sleep, family time, what more? So if you want admission to a good college, you have to study. All of you know that. If you have to score well in your exams, there's no shortcut. Think about the toppers. How many hours do you think they sleep? 4, 5, 7? Everyone has their own limits, but one thing is common. They sacrifice comfort for success. Success is no accident. It is hard work, learning, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you are doing. Okay? So if you want to say yes to success, you have to say no to distractions. Your mindset is everything. Are you truly obsessed with your goals? So start by identifying your most productive time of the day. That is very important. So the most important step is to identify the most productive time. What do you mean by productive time? The time where your brain is the most active. So maybe your schedule looks like this. Okay, I'm just giving you an example. All of you have different schedules. So you wake up at 6, okay, and then you attend school from 3 to 4. You go from coaching till 7 to 8, and then dinner is at 9:30, and you go to sleep by 12 or 1. So where is the gap here? There's only a small gap here. So what do most students do? At 9:30 you have your dinner and then you sleep at 12 to 1. So from 9:30 till 1 or 12, what you do? You start by finishing your schoolwork or completing your homework, writing records, finishing projects, and then you do all of that from 9:30. So by 11, what happens? This work gets over, but you start feeling sleepy. Now can you study after that? No, you get tired. Sleep takes over, nothing gets done, and this becomes a daily cycle. So you don't study, you only finish your pending works. So instead of this, what you should be doing is use your most alert and productive time for the toughest work. Okay, so 9:30, say you finish dinner. From 9:30 you start solving math or revising science or memorizing concepts or doing things that need a lot of brain activity. Okay, don't waste your time on energy, things that don't need energy, like copying notes from your friend's book or finishing records or things like that. All of that you can do even if your brain is a little sleepy. So from 9:30 you start doing things that require a lot of brain strength, okay, or energy. And then once you feel tired and drained, then you start doing your small works like your project work, your homework, your record work, and all of that. Okay, so discipline is doing what needs to be done even when you feel like not doing it. So look closely at your school hours. Okay, so one thing is sorted. Now let's think of what we can do during school hours, which is like 7 to 8 hours. So there are free periods, lunch breaks, so much of free time that you have. Some students use this time wisely. They complete schoolwork, revise concepts, and read ahead. What about online classes? Even during online classes, there are gaps. Don't waste them chatting, scrolling, things like that. Utilize those moments. Time isn't just passing, it's being invested. Okay, so during all that time, try to finish classwork, homework, everything in class itself. So when you go back home, you have very little work to complete. Now, see, you might have all seen during some festivals, you will see how cluttered the house gets. So cleaning it up during that one festival period, all of us clean our houses. So during that one cleaning period, we get to know how much space there really is in our house. Similarly, when you clean up your schedule, you'll find how much time you actually have. So another tip that I have for you is every week you have to find out one day. It could be a Friday, it could be a Saturday, it could be a Sunday. One day where you don't have school or coaching. So probably Saturday, Sunday, or maybe Sunday only for some of you. So use that day to catch up and cover your backlogs. Make it like your catch up day. Okay, so once a week you should have a catch up day. Next tip is to start taking notes. Okay, so none of you should make the mistake of saying that I'll write notes neatly in different color pens, different highlighters when I get home. No, you're going to waste a lot of time. Try to take lecture notes in class itself. Even if they look messy, it's okay. Don't waste time trying to beautify your notes at home. Okay, so the time to make notes during class while concepts are fresh is time used properly. Don't waste time rewriting them beautifully later. That's the biggest blunder. Write enough notes during class, then add extra points to your notes when you study. That might add up to some more pages. Okay, so you'll thank yourself later for saving time that way. Students, you have to work smarter, not just harder. If you waste time during class thinking you'll make better notes later, that's double work. So you have to save your time. Everything comes down to mindset, as I said. If your heart is not in it, nothing will change. If you're truly hungry for success, you will definitely find a way. Students, the best time to start was actually yesterday, but the next best time is now. Okay, so even your parents had to manage their time. The most successful people in the world were not born with more hours. They just used theirs better. So students, in short, what all do? You first prioritize and use peak hours wisely. What are peak hours? Peak hours are hours where your brain works the most. So make use of that hours and do a lot of problem solving, do difficult tasks, save easier work for when you're tired. Number 2, cut distractions and focus on goals. Say no to games, scrolling, idle time. Okay, focus on your goals. What is the third point? Utilize every hidden time slot, like your free periods, lunch break, class gap, revise, complete notes, complete homework, and try to finish everything like that in school itself, your record work and things like that. Number 4 is work smart. Efficient note making. Make rough notes in class itself. Don't waste time rewriting them neatly at home. That's double work. Next, have a weekly catch-up day. Choose one day to focus on backlogs, revision and preparation. Regularly clean your schedule. Find time. Don't carry over workload from one week to another. Make sure you finish 1 week's work in the week itself. Okay? So students, all the best for this 1 year of your academics. Okay? So we will be there with you and we're here to support you. So all the very best for your future. See you.